Hi everyone, welcome back to my Gunpla Shops of Hong Kong series. This will be part 6 now, and today we're going to look at a place called Animate in the same place of Mong Kok, which is where we were last time. Now if you remember last time we were looking at the CTMA Centre right here, and obviously in Google you can just Google this or this to get to where I'm looking at now, but for some more specific instructions then take a look at my last part 5, and as always I have links in the description down here to get to this, and you'll see some full instructions I just talk you through on how to get here. Okay, so back to Animate. Now Animate's a pretty cool shop, and you'll see it from quite a ways away when you're walking past, because what happens is they have this shop window up here that's pretty damn cool, and it's interesting to note that the only way to really get up there is to go through this side entrance. So I did take some footage, so let's take a look at that instead of this boring Google Maps. Alright, so like I say, it's a little bit more lively than in person than how it is in Google Maps, so let's just open this up and see what we got. So this is Animate. As you can see, there's their main logo, very much in the eBay style, and here's their shop front with the Shah Zaku, a couple of Ultramans either side, RX-78 of course, Mickey Mouse, and a couple of Star Wars, and never to forget the old Godzilla in the corner over here. Now this is a shop front that you just cannot miss as you're walking past. You know, these figures are about 5 foot tall and really pretty cool. Now it's on the second floor, obviously. Now the only way to get up there, in case you're wondering, is to go up through this side entrance, and yeah, you just walk up there, go around the back, and you go into Animate. Alright, so let's take a look at what they actually have inside. Now I should explain that this, by the way, in Mong Kok is their flagship store. They do have several, which we'll go into a little bit more detail about in a bit. But inside the flagship store that we're looking at, this is what they have. So when you really walk up close, you get the sense of size of these massive Gundams that you see here, display figures of course, well, display models should I say. And on the back row, which is what you're looking at here, you've got all the Gundams, so a couple of perfect grades here, the Zeta as well as the GPL-1, and I think they had a Freedom round by the other side which I didn't quite manage to capture. And the thing with Animate, which you'll see now, is they have an awful lot of figures. They don't really specialise in models, I would say. They mostly do sort of exhibition specials and all kinds of figures, you know, the kind of PVC and Damashi, robot Damashi, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you see they have a lot of Evangelion stuff and Dragon Ball Z and Star Wars, you know, you name it, they pretty much specialise in figures and you know, sort of film memorabilia. So we'll come out of this now. We're pretty much done with the shop. Okay, so this is Animate's website, the English version, and where we were just looking at the flagship store in Mong Kok, Kowloon, this is it. And you'll see in that video I was walking along this back row here, you know, the Zaku's there and the RX-78's right there, and we were taking a look at some of these glass displays right in the side. And just so you can get a better sense of the rest of the shop, they have kind of 3 main aisles with kind of all kinds of film memorabilia and figurines and show specials, and then along this back wall here that you can't see is a few more Gundam things, and they have a really nice sort of round table display going on over here that you can't see either, and unfortunately I didn't manage to film that. So, and the staff counters sort of round down here as well, just out of interest. And this shop here, what do I think? Well, it's a really clean and tidy shop. You know, it's not like most of the other hobby stores that you're going to go to that are a bit kind of rough and ready, shall we say. This is really high class, you know, really well lit. All the products are pristine, everything's packaged up nicely, the display's awesome, and you know, if you're trying to get a friend into this hobby, maybe then take them to a place like that, like this, because it's just showcases everything really well, really professional. Prices not very great, unfortunately. I think you do pay for a little of this kind of sort of glamour, if you will. And I probably didn't end up buying too much from here in terms of you know, what I'm interested in, the Gunpla Gundam model kit side of things. But I'm sure if you're after some certain, you know, well sought after figurines and show specials and whatnot, then this is probably the place to come to. They've been going for a long time. I think I read on this website somewhere that they first started off in 1985, but they have a lot more stores actually, and they started off, I think, with this one of the smaller shops. It might even be, I don't know. I think it might have been in this Prince Edward store where they first started off. But anyway, we'll just go through. They have a couple of more shops in Mongkok, same place, just different place, just different down the road sort of thing. And another one here, the Sino Centre, which I'll talk about soon. I've got another video planned for this place. But the Sino Centre is very much, very different to what you see up here. You know, it's one of those small pop-up shops, if you will, kind of much more market style. But this is the kind of place I prefer, if I'm being honest. And they have a few more. This is in Prince Edward, again on Nathan Road, so pretty close. And of course they have the big Causeway Bay store as well, which looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure, I can't remember the last time I went here. I certainly didn't go around on this stint, but it looks pretty busy in there as well. But yeah, so Animate, less so for Gunpla, if I'm being honest. It's more about figurines, collectibles, film memorabilia, all that kind of you know, Star Wars and all the mangas and all that sort of stuff. But they still have a decent collection, and it's always worth going around just to see some of the things on display. So if you haven't been there, then I would suggest you get around just to have a look at their storefront, because it's certainly, as far as storefronts goes, it's one of the more interesting ones. I mean, where else do you get a lineup like this? So there you go. That's it for part 6, and I'll see you guys soon for the next part. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.